Hey guys, Eugenia here. I figured I'd throw up a recipe online just to give you guys something to do. I know everything's a little bit crazy out there and I gotta cook anyway, so why not share it with you guys? So today what I'm gonna show you how to make is what I call brick chicken, okay? And I pretty much prepped all the food so not to make it so long, but if you have any questions, just shoot me a message and I'll send you the information. All right, so what we're starting here with is about a 3-pound chicken. And what I did with the chicken is I cut the backbone out, all right? I used a scissors here and I just cut the backbone out. Be careful, or you need a really sharp knife because there are some bones in there, but they're pretty easy to break. The chicken has been salted. I used salt and warm water to wash it off. Cut the backbone off, and then I'm gonna place it in this bowl here. I'm gonna show you what I'm putting in it. And just wash my hands here a little bit. Considering everything that's going on, gotta keep clean, right? All right. So what I have here is I have some red onions, some mushrooms, cilantro, some spices. In this mix are salt, sea salt, cumin, oregano, and chili powder. I also use, when I have available, sometimes I have extra packets of like taco mix or fajita mix, anything spicy, because this is going to be more of a Mexican brick chicken. You can use whatever you want, but those are the herbs that I like. And lime. Did I say lime? And here's some garlic. I chopped this up before. If you guys don't know how to chop up garlic, I'm going to show you. What you do is take a clove. You're going to take a knife, flat knife, put it on the cutting board, turn it sideways, give it a slam, and then the skin comes right off. From there, you can chop it up however you want. You can slice it, chop it, however you want. So I did that already, and I didn't make, it's not too fine because it burns quickly if you chop it up too finely. What I'm gonna do before I start mixing this is I'm gonna put the onions and the garlic in the pan, which I have the frying pan right here. I use iron skillets. So I'm gonna sprinkle some garlic in here. I'm gonna turn a little bit lower on simmer, and then some of the onions. I like red onions. You can use any onions you have available, but I do like red onions. Okay, keep it on simmer. I'm gonna let that heat up. Actually, I'm gonna take it off the heat because I don't want it to burn. When garlic burns, it gets pretty strong and a little bit bitter. You don't want to burn that. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this back here. Back to the chicken. So I'm going to put some more garlic in here. Garlic is great. It has antiviral properties, so keeps your immune system up. I'm going to throw some more onions in here. I'm going to throw cilantro. Love cilantro. I'm going to throw some mushrooms in the pan. It's going to cook up real nice. Put that in there. And throw some on top of the chicken. Then I'm going to take my herb mix, or my spices. I'm going to sprinkle it on. Sprinkle it on there. I'm going to give it another dose. I like to use sea salt, pink Himalayan sea salt. Add a little bit of olive oil, because olive oil on everything makes everything better. And guess what we're going to add? Tequila. Gonna sprinkle a little bit of tequila on there. This is the good stuff. I only use good stuff. Well, you know what? If you need to have a little bit just to test it out, you can. You have to be over 21 though. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this chicken here and I'm gonna marinate all this goodness right in the chicken. That is absolutely delicious, right? Now I'm gonna take my lime. I got limes. I love lime for a flavor. You're gonna take my limes, and you can put as much or as little as you want. As far as the measurements for the spices, I use like a teaspoon of each. I like a lot of chili, so the chili powder, you can use a spicier one or one that's a little bit more mellow. The one I have here is it's not very spicy, but if you want a little bit more spice, you can add, red pepper, black pepper, whatever you want. Lime gives us a nice flavor, nice tang to it. You can also add orange to it, lemon, whatever you want. So that's a whole lime that I squeezed in there. It would be easier if I had something to squeeze the lime. Maybe I'll ask for that for Christmas, so who knows. So squeezing this on here, marinating on there. Let me wipe my hands off here a little bit. Gonna marinate this chicken. Look at all those delicious flavors. Delicious. And it's a one-pot meal too. All right, so now I'm gonna take this chicken and I'm gonna put it in the pan. Turn it up a little bit. Now what I'm gonna do, I still have some spices here. I'm gonna throw some spices on. You can add more lime, more salt, whatever, you know, just you're gonna season to taste. So now I'm gonna take this chicken here, I'm gonna pour it in the pan. I'm gonna take all that goodness right there. I'm gonna put it on top and let that cook in. Okay, Auntie Tucker, put that in the sink. Thank you. All right, now what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take my brick. Yes, this is an actual brick. And I'm put it on top of this. This is gonna compress it and it keeps the juices in it. It cooks really nice like this. So I'm gonna cook it for about 10-15 minutes until it's brown. I'm gonna turn it on the other side, and again, I'm gonna cook it for about 10 minutes or so until that side's brown. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in the preheated oven, which is at 350, put the whole thing in the oven and let it cook for an additional 30-35 minutes until the internal temperature is about 107. I just wanna show you one more step, that while this is cooking, what you wanna do, I always keep some chicken stock on hand. I like the organic one without any preservatives. And you just want to pour a little bit in the pan while it's cooking in the cast iron pan to deglaze the bottom and get all that deliciousness off the bottom so it doesn't burn also. Keeps it nice and moist. I mean, you could also use white wine or tequila if you like, but I don't want to waste all my tequila on the chicken. So I'm going to pour a little bit of this chicken stock in here. Not too much because you don't want the chicken to boil. But just to deglaze that, I'm gonna turn this up a little bit so we can get browning on that side too. All right, keep that in the pan. Okay, all right, so one thing that I actually like to use, thanks Jenna, is called a meter. So this actually hooks up to my phone, and what I do is I just stick this right into the chicken. If you stick it right between the leg and the breast, and then put it in the oven, you hook it up to your phone, it will tell you exactly what the temperature is. But I'm not gonna put it in yet because I still have to turn it over. So before I put it in the oven, I can do that. So I'm gonna leave this right here, and we're gonna let this cook, and we're gonna give you an update later, and I'll show you the finished product. So any questions? Shoot me a message. Have a great day.